All right, that's it. I need to learn French.
We're calling the plays, all right?
You got to listen and you got to execute.
I already feel good about me. I'm good.
Just call it.
What's going on, folks? This is Coach Marcus Pro Fan Talk, and we are coming to the end of the WNBA preseason. And let me tell you something. There is a French Revolution going on. The other night, I did a show and I talked about Migna Touré for the New York Liberty. French player. First time I had ever seen her before, or I'd noticed her. But she's been in the league for like 3 years. She was off and on back overseas in France, not realizing she was 30 years old because it was the first time I was seeing her. So this is my ignorance and my naivete towards the league, not just not knowing. I don't know what I don't know. And these players, for this last 2 weeks, these French players have just been giving folks the business. Migna Touré went off the other night, and then tonight, Migna Touré. I had never heard of Migna before. Again, another player on the French team, part of that Olympic team that was giving the U.S. women the business. I would encourage anybody to go back and watch that gold medal game because that was a game. Gabby Williams put on a show. That French team put on a show, and they were 2 inches away from taking the U.S. team into overtime and possibly beating them. You never know. But the U.S. women handled their business. For me, that put Gabby Williams on the map. And then, of course, fast forward to this preseason, these French players ain't playing. They got skills over there. And I would argue that a lot of those players are better than a lot of these WNBA players. They just don't get the opportunities because they tied into contracts and making their money overseas. Make your paper where you can make your paper. But it seems to me that the Australian Women's League and the French Women's League are the places to go if you want high-level competition that is comparable to the W. I would think French would be a little bit better than Australia, in my opinion. Regardless, these girls have been putting on a show. It is going to be very difficult to cut these ladies because if it's talent over everything, which is what it should be, but a lot of times it is not, but it should be talent over everything. These coaches have tough decisions to make because these girls are putting on the show, and you know they've got good competition and they've been playing at a high level for a very long time. Again, you know, she's not a young player. She's not a young rookie, so she's got experience, and that's what Golden State needs. Golden State beat Phoenix tonight. Phoenix Mercury. They beat a good team. Again, I know it's preseason, so you can't put too much in it, but that's a damn good showing. So these girls from France are putting on a show. They are not scared of competition. They're not scared to mix it up. They're used to the physical play. They're not scared of the moment because it seems to me that the competition level in France is as good as it is in the States. Some would argue a lot of those players in France are better than some of these WNBA players. I'd be curious, and I can do my homework to look at the players from the W that play in Europe or in France. How do they fare over there? How do they do in their league as opposed to when those French players come over here? That's something that I might have to look into because their level of competition and everybody is showing up. Gabby Williams is showing up. Migna Touré is showing up. And now Migna Touré. And I know there's some other ones that I just don't know about. The other girl, Carla Liette, she had a good game. Touré had 19 points. Liette had 11. So a good showing. And like I said, they're not scared of the moment. They're used to it. They're used to this level of competition. And they're showing up. Some of these high-profile college players coming in the States. And you know what? The moment is not too big for them, and they are showing up on the court. So some of these girls can mess around and you go on FAFO for real because these girls ain't playing. And they're going to take somebody's spot. They're going to take somebody's spot. You look at Migna Touré and you look at that girl Carla Liate, how they played, what they did, how they got to the bucket. Are they going to keep somebody like Caitlin Chen above them? If they do, all right, you're going to have question marks. Because if it's supposed to be talent over everything, let it be talent over everything. If you're trying to win, you better kick the politics out the door and make the right decision. So that's always a battle. Do you want to win or do you want to get paid? So if you're an organization, winning brings the money. So you gotta be, you gotta keep you gotta keep the right attitude about it. Period. Because that man, listen, they not messing around, man. They are not messing around. So I want to see what kind of opportunity these players are going to get. They've clearly been better than some of the draft picks. So let's see if they make the right decision. I've heard rumors that Golden State is supposed to be the unofficial international team in the States. Well, regardless of it, if it is or isn't, the women from France that are playing on these teams, all of them, have been better than some of these draft picks. So these coaches got tough decisions to make. They got tough decisions to make. So we'll see what they're going to do. But as far as tonight and what I saw from this young lady, they putting the work in. And you can't deny it. It's not like, hey, they had an RA game. They had some standout moments. And they did a couple of good things. And they got some stuff to work. It ain't even like that. These girls are clearly better than a lot of their competition. And they're showing it. So it's not like they're working their way up and then they were okay, then they were a little bit better, and then they were a little better than that, and then they just had that one game and they finally busted out. And everybody's something like, nah, from day one, these girls have been in the gym, balling on the court, making it happen. They're not scared of the moment. Very clear of that. So these coaches have major decisions to make. And some of these women from these French teams are going to be on teams this year. And I like the way they're looking. I like how they're playing. And I want to see it. I want to see it. The cream will rise to the top. And you're going to get the best out of the best. So add this to another list of players that I'm watching. Johannes, I'm going to be watching her. I'm going to be watching Migna Touré. I'm going to be watching Dominique Malonga. So might as well just get me a French flag and get to waving it because these girls are balling and I will be watching.